welcome to my 5th YouTube video, and I will be talking to you guys about my experience with the Upward Bound program and the reasons how and why it has changed my life, because it really has, and a whole lot. But let me start by saying what it is all about. It all comes from the West Hills College Coalinga campus. It's a 6-week program where students from Mendota, Tranquility, and Coalinga and Huron High School stay at the college dorm for 6 weeks, ranging from Monday through Thursday. And there they take college classes such as math, English, music, communications, sometimes a little bit of geology and biology, and others. And we also have daily activities and our end of the year field trips that we have gone to Disneyland, Universal Studios. We've gone to, I can't even remember right now, there's so much, a lot of things have happened, but we've done all that. And not many students have the opportunity to get into this program because I believe they have to be low income or something like that. I don't really know exactly the requirements, but I do know for sure that it's a 6-week program and all these other things. And the way how I got into the program, it actually comes from a really great colleague that was the director at that time when I started my first year. And she was the one that she told me to apply because it was a really great experience. We were going to do all these things and all that. And let me just say that my job there was to be a residential advisor. And residential advisors, what they do is they have to supervise 24 hours of the day, whether it's in the middle of the night or early in the morning. And we start waking up the students starting sometimes from 5:30 to 6, and we go to sleep really late because either they are still doing homework or some of them just like to mess around, which they have. But it's a really long and I don't want to say hard, but really commitment job, because you really need patience overall, patience, commitment, and most importantly, passion, because if you don't have those things, then you're going to lose it. And this director is the reason why I got into the program and the reason why I got involved with West Hills my second and last year before graduating from there, because I was part of the Trio Club and I was the president. But I'm not going to get too into that, but all I want to say is that because of her, I have been here ever since. And I started with the Upward Bound since the summer of 2014, and this summer 2017 was my 4th year. And every year, let me tell you, I see many things. And a lot of the times, some of the students from like my first or second year, they will get in contact with me, and some of them have told me, I don't think you remember me, but I remembered you. And I say, of course I remember you. I remember all of my Upward Bound students, whether you were good, whether you think you were not so good, whether you gave us trouble, whether you didn't, whatever the case was, I remember each and every one of you, because you guys have just been a huge part of my life. And I have, like I said, I've been working there for 4 years, and what I get a lot is, why don't I apply like in Fresno State or somewhere else for the summer, because I've been here for so long. And I tell them, well, it's because I really care about these students. They request me back, and also because they're from low income areas, and a lot of the times when students come from those small areas, they don't feel like they are loved, or they don't feel like they get that support or the attention that they want. So they come to us, and they expect us to give them back, whether it's the support or whatever the case was. And that's the reason why I come back, because these students have just been so amazing, and they have really taught me that the importance of just being a mentor and having someone there to, by your side, and just learning from them and where they come from, because those students, they really love sharing where you come from, or what they come from, sorry. They really love sharing what's going on in their life. And that's also what RAs are all about. And like I said this past summer, we're not just the rulers of the kingdom, but we are also the supporters. We are here for you no matter what, because we want to make sure that those students are okay. And that's what I've always stressed ever since this summer where I worked with these students. But I have to say that this year was the most greatest year of my entire life that I've been in Upward Bound. Not that I'm saying that the years previous they weren't so good, because they were. Believe me, I had a blast every year. It didn't matter the challenges that we had, because challenges will always be there, which I will come to next. But I say the greatest because of the things that I experienced in Fresno State this past semester. It really helped me grow more and become more stronger, and it really helped me open my eyes to realize the things that were really in front of me, because I knew that those things were there, but I didn't realize it. And when I realized that, I was like, oh my gosh, I was missing in all this whole time. But hey, it's never too late to learn. And every year, like I said, there's always a challenge, and for me that has to be the most important and most passionate thing for me to do. It's not the wake up, it's not running around, which sometimes my feet are killing me where I just want to sit down all day, but it's the challenges that we have with these students, because some of them, like I said, they don't get the attention that they want at home, and they expect us to give them to them. And it's something that not all the time the students want to cooperate, and sometimes because they don't want to cooperate, some of them have gotten dismissed. And it's something that I don't like personally, and I've always told students, I hope you don't take it the wrong way. And I hope one day you will realize that we're doing this for your own good. And I know the students that have gotten dismissed, at least for my second year, because that's when it happened, I know they realize now. One of them actually, she has changed the whole lot, and she has told me that she knows why we did what we did, and that actually taught her discipline. And I know that this year, personally, it wasn't really the best either, but I don't regret nothing. I still adore each and every one of you. I still adore those challenging students, because that they do, the things that they did were for a reason. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of you Upward Bound students. If you're watching this, just thank you for tuning in, as well as for the others who have been really following my journey. And it has just been a really incredible experience to be a part of, and I have gotten many different gifts as well. My certificates from Upward Bound, I'm missing my other one, it's somewhere. I've gotten these birthday wishes for my 21st birthday, and I just turned 23, and time flies by so quick. I've gotten some birthday cards as well, and other things. But like I said, this year was just really reflective for me in the summer, that I even had my little own post-its on my dorm to remind myself why I was here. And I always knew why I was here, but like I said, this year it was more different for me personally, because I became stronger, and I know that students really saw that. And I actually wrote this quote, which was on our dorms, on our bulletin, and it says, "It doesn't matter where you come from, what you've gone through. What matters is that you are here to learn." And that's really what I'm really referring to. All these students, whether they're from small areas, whether they barely have nothing, it doesn't matter, because you will succeed. And that's my goal. That's what I want to teach students, that you could still be brilliant no matter what. Just because you had these people tell you that you couldn't doesn't mean that you won't, because you can. And that's my vision. That's why I keep returning, because there's nothing better than inspiring students and letting them know that they are worth it, that they are important. Because believe me, Upward Bound is just one of the best worlds you could be a part of, and I've seen many students grow. And if you think that I don't remember you, I do remember you, and I've just been really in contact with a lot of you ever since. And I just want to say thank you so much for reaching out to me. And if you ever need something, I'm right here. Missy Barr is here for you, and will always be here for you. And like I was telling one of my students just 2 days ago, whether I'm married, whether I'm not, whether I'm far away, whether I'm close, I will always be here for you, because at the end of the day, my students have become part of me and part of my life and the things that I do. And I want to just say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And Upward Bound has just been so great to me, despite the challenges that I've had, because I still adore each and every student. And by the way, I just want to say this shirt actually comes from one of the activities that we did, which was our tie-dye shirts, I believe last year. And I just wanted to just share that, because it is. And Upward Bound, like I said, I don't have any words to explain all the things that I learned, but believe me, it's just, they become part of your life. You are kind of like parents, because you just want to make sure that everything's okay. I get told by one of my students that I'm their mom, and it's a huge honor for me, because that student, I've seen him since the first year that I've been there, and he's been just so different now. And as well, for the rest of my other students, I've seen many accomplishments, and I hope that you could share my accomplishments with me. And if you're tuning in as a person that you are getting to know this whole world of Upward Bound, believe me, there's nothing really great than to be connecting and interacting with students that could really change your life for the better, and that could really help you realize things that you can't even realize yourself. And that's all what I have to say, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Keep in touch and follow my journey for my next YouTube video, which will be either about my dancing performance at the talent show of Upper Bound as well, or my summer reflections video, which will be coming pretty soon. But thank you so much for just tuning in. And Upper Bound, you rock 2014, 15, 16, 17, and hopefully continuing. You bet I will be there as long as you want me to. Thank you so much, and keep kicking butt over there, whatever you're doing. And remember, don't give up, because you are almost there. You're almost there. All right, bye guys.